Hello, friends, siblings, gentlefolk of the Southern California Nevada Conference of the United Church of Christ. My name is Neil Washburn and I serve as the conference treasurer. Welcome to Annual Gathering 2020. I'm going to be talking to you for a bit about the financial status of the conference and the budget proposal for next year. First, I'd like to start off by introducing the Building the Future team. Building the Future is the conference finance team. It consists of myself, Neil Washburn, Ken Roberts, Jim Stewart, Christian Bergstrom, and Reverend Rosario Ibarra. As we start, I'd like to share with you some thoughts, and this is from The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo, the ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were, and sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad has happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing, this shadow. Even darkness must pass. We continue to work on demystifying the overall conference finance and budgeting process. Our goal is to really fully understand our balance sheets, to understand our resources, that is the monies that we take in, and our responsibilities, that is the monies that we send out, and also our investments. Some of the notable actions we've taken this year is we've moved from Bank of America to Pacific Western Bank for both the conference and Pilgrim Pines banking needs. We also are researching and continue to research the best placement of our investment monies. I'd like to talk about our balance sheet. Under our assets, as you can see, our current assets are $2,617,407.56. Our fixed assets are $1,379,344.56. Our long-term assets, and this is something that has been growing, is $2,916,473.69. Our total assets and our total liabilities and equity balance out. This is our proposed budget for the year 2021. It is somewhat difficult to read on the slide. However, this has been included in the Treasurer's Report, which was on the Annual Gathering website. Most of our resources come from our church's wider mission, or OCWM, and per capita. And as you can see, this has been the mainstay of our conference for the last several years. We also take in the national gifts, which include the national directed gifts and the special offerings, as well as 10% of OCWM for the national setting of the United Church of Christ in Cleveland. We also note there's miscellaneous income from income that we hadn't previously designated or counted on. We have an annual Friends of the Conference appeal, which I encourage all of you to look into and consider contributing towards. And then the last area, and it's a large area, is board-directed funds. Board-directed funds are monies that we have in savings and investments. These are monies that we've been using to ensure that the ministries of the conference happen. Our responsibilities include basic conference operations, the amount that I had mentioned earlier that's due to the national setting of the United Church of Christ, our program mission and expenses, church development and renewal, church relations, youth ministry, young adult ministry, outdoor ministries, some to our marketed properties, and then we set aside monies for mission grants. Overall, for the year 2021, we are proposing a budget of $1,225,948.81. As you can see, 34% of our conference resources comes from OCWM and another 10% from per capita. Total, that's 44%. 36% is coming from our savings. Relative to our responsibilities, 48% is intended for basic conference operations, 17% is due to national, 20% is going into church development and renewal, and then the other responsibilities are much smaller in nature relative to the whole. As I'd mentioned, our total gifts that are due to national is 70% of our overall resources. That's indicated by these two pie pieces here. One is made up of those special offerings. The other is our national directed gifts, as well as 10% of OCWM, or our basic support. In closing notes, I've said this for the last couple of years as we've been using our board-directed funds for the ministry of the conference. These are not infinite resources. We have been able to replenish them through the sales of properties, but they are not forever funds. We do need to continually seek different streams of income to support the ministry and the work of the conference. As always, I extend open invitations to vision with the board and develop new and exciting plans of how do we grow into the future. Presently, we are in uncertain times. Nevertheless, we must not panic. We will make use of our resources to continue the ministry of the Southern California Nevada Conference of the United Church of Christ. In closing, I'd like to share some thoughts from the late Gilda Radner. I wanted a perfect ending. Now I've learned the hard way that some poems don't rhyme, and some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it, without knowing what's going to happen next. Delicious ambiguity. Friends, siblings, gentlefolk, we are living into new times. We will live in them together, supporting one another, and continuing on in the United Church of Christ as it is in Southern California and Nevada.